Hello and welcome to Plafunga Programming. Hopefully this video will be shorter than the last one, which was, 30 minutes. Well, this video is about, if you're wondering, which you probably are, because this is a bit of shrapnel or remnants from my Happy Donut game you can see here. But this video will be about a marble machine cover which I made, Wintergatan marble machine. Sub to his amazing channel, it's amazing. So here we have my blue tack and stapler hacks from the last one Happy Donut game, which I forgot to explain. It's where I just pretty much was connecting a terminal from here, which is the analog A0 and ground and 5 volts. Hang on, is it A0? No, whoops. I'm wrong. It's D12, I think. Connecting that to this, which it was a bit of a, because this is a prototyping board, it's just got little holes in it, not connected. So his staples, which conduct electricity, used a piece of paper to stop it from short-circuiting out. All good, works, sometimes. And then, but that's unrelated, that's part of the last one. So, for this one, I made a marble machine cover. So this Arduino is producing a pretty awesome song, and then, which is just outputted through, it's ground through here, and the signal through here. This goes into one of these. Oh, I just unplugged it. So, you might be wondering, where in the world did you get one of these from? Well, I only got it from one place. So, what you do is you get one of, just grabbing it, sorry about that, get one of these and cut it until you get one end and the other bit here. Or, what I did was I just left my headphones cord, which is like this stupid crazy long thing, dangling off the edge of the table, and the cats came along and guess what? Ate it up. Good on you, cats. I hated them for it, but it was worthwhile. Yeah, so I got one of these out of it. And what you do is just plug it straight into your computer and be prepared to be deafened, because I didn't read up on if it was safe to do it, so I think I destroyed my my laptop when I plugged it into it. I think I destroyed the microphone port, because I've been playing over with these electronic drums over here, and the kick drum, that little kick drum, which has got a random piece of crocheting on it, I've been every other drum sounds fine when I play it through it, but just that kick drum makes this disgusting noise when I'm recording it. So maybe I did destroy it with this project. So I wouldn't recommend plugging into a computer. So I've got that tiny weeny little speaker and I blew everyone in their house away. It's like, yeah, it's very loud. So, and I wouldn't recommend plugging it into your headphones. You might destroy them. So, now, I'd just say do it on one of these little piezos with a little buzzer or anything. They don't make a nice sound, but nor is it using it through a speaker, but it still is not deafening. So here's the video. By the way, there's a bit of audio processing, so just to make the bass sound different from the melody. In the video, you'll see there are two Arduinos. One of them is an ESP8266. The reason for that is because I was trying to get them to both play through the one speaker at the same time, but that just wasn't working because I had to plug them in at the same time. I did originally try to use a bit of serial communication between them to get them to start at the same time. Just gave up. So, it's possible if I tried harder. I just gave up though. So, I just went with using this one Arduino and recording using it to play the bass and record that and play the melody, then record that and then put them together on Audacity to make this video. So we start here. So by the way, I found this at this website. I didn't actually write this entire program from scratch. It's like yonks long. So yeah, I didn't. This bit's quite useful though, so that's why I use it. So I didn't want to write that. This is all the notes on a piano plus a few extra. 3 notes extra, and missing A0, but which is the lowest note on a piano. But yeah, and so on maybe a later time I might remove this note bit because it's annoying to write. But here we go. So this is the beats per minute. I've changed the actual program to, and instead of dividing a second up, it's actually dividing into proper beats. So, yep. It's 147 bits per minute. The melody pin, that's the pin that's going through. You can change that to like an int melody pin equals 3 could also work. Sorry about my really bad, I'm trying to touch type, I'm really bad at it. And so I can't really coordinate speaking with it. So and then we have our melody, which is just like dump, rest, I'll forget it. I'll probably get the thing to actually play music for you. I'll find it later. Then we have continues. Hang on, is this the... Hang on, no, this is the bass line. Whoops. It's supposed to do the melody, so that's why it didn't work in my head. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it sounds awesome as a bass line. The tempo is 2, so for example, it's like, say if I was singing the melody and not the bass line, apparently, if by the name of it, it's supposed to be the melody, but anyway. Dun, like it goes dun, 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 dun. And say if I change this to a 1, it goes like it'd slow down to half the speed. So that's what that's useful for. So that's like, say if I had a triplet, musical triplet, that's 3 notes in 2, I'd have this as a like a 1.2, I think. 0.6 or 1.2, I haven't really done the maths yet. So we'd setting up the 2 pins. The 13 was the piezo, and this one was melody pin was the one that I was outputting through the AUX cord. Play 1 in the one online. It says sing, but I changed it to play because I didn't like that. And so then we have you can have multiple parts to your song, so I might change it to part now. Because or part or section or whatever. So like in the Mario theme, which is where I got it off, it does the Mario theme and then it goes to the Underworld theme. So it'd be part 1, part 2, and then we have. Actually, I might change it back to song because there's probably other variables. I think there's probably another mention of it. And then we have play the song, size of melodies, size. So for the insert of this note or whatever note you're playing, it was 0. If this note is less than size, add this note plus plus. Basically it says goes through the melody until you get to the end and then stop. And because this is an avoid loop, it goes again. And so like if I were to do, I could go play 2, and then play 1 again, and it would go play 1, then it would play 2, and then play 1 again. But we don't need that right for this song because there's no other parts. Well, I could add them if I wanted to. So then we have the note duration. So this bit here, it's interesting because if you don't have this line goes na na na, like it has no gap between the notes, so it sounds a little bit messy. And so 1.3 works as a gap, 1. BPM time. So that's what this is. That's what that's there for. So the note duration, and it has the delay here, pause between notes. The note duration though is 1 minute divided by your BPM times 1.3. So you have a so it counteracts this bit here, and then you also divide it by the tempo, which is this. So if I had to divide it by 3, it would be different altogether. It would be a third note. So this is half notes or crotchets. If I had ones, it's they're minimums. So each one of these is effectively like a minimum at crotchet. Where's the tempo? This is crotchet equals 147, I think, or minimum equals 147. One of them. So yeah, that's how this has to be 2 to make it work. And then if I change the BPM to like half of that, you'd have to change these to 4. And then you have tone, melody pen, which is 3. Your melody or this note, so whichever note you're up to. If it's a 0, it's just nothing. The rest. Duration is note duration is the note duration, and then you pause between the notes. In a coming video, we're just at the end now, but in the coming video, I'll probably add something with a I'll add 2 channels to it, so I can play both the bass and the treble through 2 different pins, and then you play it through one speaker probably. That's probably going to come in a future video that I'm making, but I haven't even conceptualized how that's going to happen. Make sure you go and head to plafungaprogramming.eu5.org and go check out the program for it if you ever need to download it. It's listed in here with the music only video. Right, listed right here. There's the entire program. For the bass, you only need to change this part of the program to this part here. Yep. And if you have any feedback, whack it in here. And thanks for watching.